Ahem, 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 ahem. I don't know how that sounds. Probably sounds bad, right? Oh, this is a fun one, actually. I was watching a VOD from a German stream last night, and he showed his OBS. And he's got his sources way louder than me. And I've been thinking, my stream a little quiet? My stream's a little quiet. Thinking it's definitely a little quiet. But I don't know, do I rock the boat? Do I turn things up? Show me my Okay, I'm twisting the knob over here a little bit. I've twisted it the whole way and it's capped out. Filters, I got a bunch of shit. I don't remember how any of this works. Noise gates, compressors, thresholds at -20. I'm noticing that's like my hard cap here, and I probably sound like terrible. So compressed. I turn the threshold up to like 10, 6.4, 6 even, 6. So that way we're going a little louder. Noise suppression, noise gate. I don't understand what this noise gate's trying to do. It says that the open threshold is -17. So maybe if I set that to 6 as well. I don't know what the closed threshold is though. Ah, it's fine. It's all gonna be okay. Yeah, I'm gonna be a short one today, probably. Because all I actually want to do is talk about... Oh, fuck. I need to turn that off. I need to turn that off right now. How? I don't remember how I did this. Okay. All right. I'll let this play out.
This is the 27th of last seed, the year of Akatosh 433. These are the closing days of
The third era. Final hours
of
my life. I don't know if I should, like, apologize for that stream. It was very unusual. It was much more unusual than I had intended it to be. Like, that much is for sure. I'm gonna try turning this back down again to about halfway. I don't know how I sound. Okay. Okay, this should be okay. Next thing I need to do is I need to get my pictures from Gamescom. Send them all to myself. Yeah, I need to send my own Gamescom. Show them for this. Probably the best way to go about it. I don't know, I'm not, like, organized at all. I've been feeling like a dog Oh. I scrolled past it multiple times because the image it chose for the thumbnail for the folder was just like a pizza. I had a huge dip. I don't know why I'm still... Okay, I got 33 images. Okay, limited to 10. Screw you. Go to hell. Just, you're always... Put a little bit of sauce on that one. Hear that? What it sounds like when there's a little bit of sauce on it. Last image, that one. What the hell? Oh, it didn't pick any of that up. Try that again. It's not picking it up. What the fuck? Wait. What? I'm making a noise there. I promise. I gotta start turning shit off. Start turning shit off. What's happening there? Off the noise gate for a second. So if I go, I fucked it up. Yeah, that's fine. What the fuck? What? Is it genuinely like too loud and it's like cutting it out entirely? It is. Maybe I gotta turn down a little bit. Is it like the noise suppression going crazy? Oh, fuck. You can hear me. You can hear me, and that's all that matters. Fine. Up again. I'm looking forward to like going back over the VOD and it, like unlistenable. No one was here to correct me. We'll see. I don't know. Audio filters and shit are... They're like... Perfect. Everything. Are the picture of the pizza. I don't... But he needs to see the pizza I had for my dinner. Well, maybe. Maybe you guys would be interested. You know what? I'll drop it in there. I'll drop it in there for the sake of possible. Fucking big pizza. I'll try not to talk too much. What the fuck? What the hell? Was it... Is it because I did something to the noise gate? Okay. I'm just gonna turn that off for now, because it seems to be the thing that's causing the problems. Because now I can like face away and stuff and it'll be fine. I don't know how much of what I said has been cut off. I don't even think I changed that. Okay. Gonna save the pizza talk for later. Hopefully you can hear me when I'm talking because I've messed with the audio settings. But yeah, I think the first thing I want to do is to just get into the puzzles. I want to look at puzzles. And then I'll break out the JPEGs. Oh, opening every single one of these is going to be a nightmare. Wait a sec. What if I... Yeah. That should do it. Yeah, this is fine. Sorry, I'm like right-clicking, opening links. A bunch of these are like not interesting. A lot of it is like, I don't care for this, but I should document the fact that I saw it. Nearly there. And 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's all the JPEGs. We've been JPEG'd. Okay. Now I want to do my games first. I want to see what's in there. You ready for puzzles? I don't know if it's weird. I don't like being on camera when I know no one's around. I don't mind talking when no one's around. That's fine. But there's something about being on camera when no one's around that like is weird to me. Because I think it's because, hold on. Maybe I'm going to try and overcome my fears. I'm overcoming my fears. I think it's because there's like a certain level of someone's gonna come in here and they're gonna see me. And it's like, that was the point. Why is it fine when you know that they're there? It's like when I know that there's no one watching and I'm here on camera, it feels like people who are coming in and start looking at me are perverts. But when I know that they're there and we have a rapport and we're talking, they're not perverts. I think that's the way it works. But we'll try and overcome this fear, and we'll try and do our business, and I'll see if I can like rid my mind of the idea that everybody who I am not aware of their presence is a pervert. It's like living in strange fear. Okay, I want to do game duel. So I need to set that up. And I need to transform that, and I need it to fit to screen. I need to hide all my bookmarks. Now, that's looking pretty good, right? Do we want to put on some fun music today? I feel like I want to do something different. Because the stuff on the usual playlist is already kind of... It is a little old to me. I just haven't had time to go through it and get things, like, updated. Music. What would be a fun soundtrack? How much Kirby have I got? Hold on, we're listening to music. Okay. I fuck with this. Hold on, I'll turn this up for you. This is a good audio level in my ears, but I know it's much quieter on stream. This is a bit much. Yeah, a bit. I like this. Classic. What the fuck is that? This is not Kirby at all. It's a breaking news video. Okay, so I'm actually, what I'll do is I'll start like taking out the things that I don't want from this, and then the rest can stay in. Where's that forest stage song? That sounded fun. That's also good. That's good. Pink ball activate. Isn't that all that Kirby is? This one's scary. I don't want to use this one. I want to play Kirby in the Forgotten Land. I want to play that. It looks really cute. And it's got the expansion too, so now it runs well. Apparently the frame rate was not good on Switch 1. Which I didn't know, because nobody told me. Because the people I know who, like, play Switch games don't care about performance, and I'm just, like, such a bitch about things being, like, 60 frames a second. Okay. That's very good. I've got stuff from Magic Knight Rayearth, which is, like... I use the Tokyo Tower song a lot, but... Yeah, that's fine, but the rest of it is, like, fantasy. Yeah, I don't fuck with that. I think it's because it's like an isekai game. I never played it, but... It all kind of... It does fuck, don't get me wrong. It's just not what I'm looking for. What else is in here? Marvel vs. Capcom 2 music. Is this a bit much? No. You know, we're gonna throw all this in here. Okay. I'll keep it at that volume for you. I need to turn it down a little bit on my end. Now. We're good for streaming. Hold on, I need to actually sort something on the window capture. Now. Do some game go first. Also, something... Hold on, do I know what this is? I have to give it a sec. But something you may notice is there's no back of my seat anymore. And that is, like, it is true, like, that I'm still on the seat and the back is, like, not there. It's not that it's out of shot, it's gone. I took it off. So it's basically just a stool. So, which, this cannot be good for my back, but you gotta do what you gotta do, you know? But it's because the wood on, like, the base seat, we've talked about this before, but the wood on the base seat gave way at, like, the bit that hooked in the back, and it started, like, falling. So it's just, like, just got rid of the whole thing. I'm better off without it. Because I couldn't lean on it anyway. And now I can just kind of do whatever the hell I'm doing right now. I think number one benefit of this, the room looks a lot tidier without a giant back on a chair. Just one less thing to worry about. Downside, nowhere to put my clothes. So that's where they were going. Okay. Start throwing some guesses in here. This isn't neon white, is it? This isn't what neon white looks like. No. Is this a Monster Hunter? Is there, like, Monster Hunter, like, stories or something? I'm just gonna click Monster Hunter. Oh, it's Patapon. 2, maybe? This is gonna be... Oh. Fuck you. Alright, it's Patapon 3. In which you have, like, an awesome knight, I guess. Hold on. I didn't realize that Patapon had, like, a black knight in it. What is that noise? I never thought to ask. What is that chong noise? This was in 2011? Like, how quickly did they release these Patapons back to back? Whoa, so cool. Patapon 3? What is happening here? This feels out of character for Patapon. Okay, next up. Keeps and Son, buy, sell, pawn. I don't know. One guess attempt, so this is clearly something popular, I guess? I don't know, is this like Sunset Overdrive? It's not. It's more likely like Splatoon. I'm gonna go Splatoon 3. What? I don't recognize this at all. I know this song. It is a shooter and it's on the Switch. Maybe it is Sunset Overdrive. No, it's not. Oh, is this that fucking Roiland shit, High on Life? It is. Oh, God help us. I don't know. I think you couldn't come to a closer definition of torture to me than the idea of High on Life. Oh, well, this is Bayonetta. It's not Bayonetta. Oh. I don't know then. It's not Ivy from Soul Calibur. I don't know who's in this. I don't know. Shit, is this like a... It's not a Metal Gear character. Who else could it be? I don't know what I'm looking at. So they have like a magic gun. I don't know, so I'm just gonna put this in. Is this Killer Instinct? Is it a Killer Instinct character or something? All I know is it's a woman, and I kind of... Yeah. With red hair? Who else is a character from a fighting game? I don't know any King of Fighters characters, so I'm just gonna do like Chun-Li. I just don't fucking know who this is. Alright. Are you a Tekken character? You're not Anna. Just you. Why not? Whoa! Oh, wait, I thought I got it. Bonus question. Which video game does this character belong to? He said undead, ghost, vampire. Is it like... It's not Killzone. Is there like a Blade game? It's not Hellblade. It's too many games called Blade. From Blood Rain. Oh, this is Rain from Blood Rain. Okay. Sorry, I didn't recognize her. I am not familiar with your game. Keywords. Red, Saloon Bandits, Outlaws. Curious. Okay, it's Red Dead Redemption 2. Fine. No? Correct franchise, Red Dead. You're not gonna... You're gonna pull a Red Dead Revolver on me? You're really gonna pull a Red Dead Revolver on me right now? Oh, this is a full game walkthrough. Okay. Yeah, you know what? No, that makes sense. Okay. Onto the hard one now. Skyrim single player exclusive before this. What else? I'll have to choose a first or third person game. Exclusive to single player. I always find this weird. I think it's because, like, my primary time playing video games was, like, in the, like, late 2000s when multiplayer modes were being tacked onto the end of everything on account of Call of Duty. Pure single player. That is some of this. Well, let me go back. Let's go back to the past. I got like an insane headache that's just after kicking in. We'll see where we go with that, because if nobody pops up within the next like 30 minutes, and then... Whoa. And I don't feel any better, I can just turn it off. And then I'm gonna go lie down. Should I make myself a coffee? I should. I'm kind of mad at myself for accidentally eating an entire thing of cookies. That wasn't supposed to happen. Ratchet and Clank. Okay, exclusively third person before 2002. This is old. This is old. And also, this being yellow is weird to me. Does, like, because did this come out on, like, Switch later or something? Or is it exclusively PC? Because I wonder. Exclusively PC game from early 2000s. That's third person is the problem. I don't really know many third person games from that far back. Does something like Monkey Island count? I don't know which Monkey Island is first. Okay, it doesn't. This is yellow. Sega CD, Amiga, PC, DOS, Mac, Atari. So something on the something in here. Okay. That's kind of worrying. This one's not gonna be easy. Third person. Explicitly third person. So that's like, I assume it means third person as in over the shoulder. From the 90s. It's kind of messing with me. When was Super Mario 64? It can't be that, I don't think. Oh, Jesus. 1996, but before 96. It wasn't a Nintendo product. Because Super Mario 64 is, like, famously one of the first things to get, like, over-the-shoulder third-person right. And even that's saying a lot, because Takumi, famously, the guy behind the camera, has been given a lot of shit. I would never give him shit, though, because Takumi revolutionized third person, if you ask me. So it's 1991 to 95. Single player third person game. When was something like Croc released? Croc Legend of the Gobbos. Okay, Sega Saturn. Okay. 97 also. I don't know if I'm getting anywhere with this. Give me a clue. Oh my god. Okay. Published by Infogrames, Electronic Arts, Interplay, Arrow Microtech, Mac Play. Developed by Infogrames. Infogrames. Why does that familiar? Shit. I don't know if I want to look them up. I feel like if I look them up, I'm immediately gonna see what the answer is. It's one of those types of things. Infogrames. What was the PC landscape like around this time? Like, all I really know is what was going on with, like, Ultima or something. So whatever this is, it came out for, like, PC specifically and exclusively. But isn't isometric. Or, like, flat down, so it's not like a platformer. Oh, I simply do not know. Third person. Between 1991 and 1995. I need to look them up. I need to look up Infogrames. There's no way I can do this myself. Oh, shit. When I look them up, it just gives me Atari. Oh, because they used to be. Okay. I think this is it. Alone in the Dark original. Okay, almost there. Alone in the Dark 2. Awesome. Okay. That's a game I want to play. Wait, is this the full playthrough? It's a gameplay video, okay. PC, PlayStation, PC DOS, Mac, Sega Saturn, PlayStation 4? 3DO Interactive Multiplayer, FM Towns, PC98, PlayStation 5? Huh. This game got goblins in it. What time is it? What time does the store close at? There's a clown in this? Closes at 8 p.m. Yeah, that's not happening. No sweeties for me. Unless there is a pizzeria down the street, which also makes cookies. I feel like every pizzeria does this. Because they could just, like, get the dough, fuck it onto a thing, and then throw it in the oven, and then pizza happens. What on earth is happening? Did it... Is he dead? Interesting. That's us gaming, anyway. We'll hit up some Wordle. Damn. That's a good one, too. I watched a video about what good starters might be, and I didn't retain any of the information. It was probably something else. Truly getting nowhere with this. Oh my god. Am I just getting, like, insanely unlucky? I can't even think of much more. Oh? Okay. What could it be? Late isn't a word. Late is not a word. Oh, hey, Cake. Welcome, everybody. I'm doing Wordle. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hi. Cake, how are you doing? It's been a minute. Yeah, we got yippies. We're doing Wordle. I'm gonna do this with my brain, and then we're gonna talk about... I managed to get over to... You just got lost in Minecraft? Awesome. It's been a while since I played Minecraft. I need to go for another Minecraft, I think. Welcome, everybody. Come on in. I'm Mothman, i.e. they, them. I do a bunch of stuff, I guess. We're just hanging out. Today, I wanted to talk about Gamescom, because I went to Gamescom on Sunday. Through various, like, weird circumstances. Like, I ended up going from I was gonna spend the weekend at home to I'm gonna go to Cologne, and I'm gonna go to Gamescom for Sunday. Uh, so it was a bit of an adventure, and I have a bunch of stuff to talk about it, because it was really fun, and I have to go back somehow. But before I do that, I need to do words. I need to solve words. They're very challenging. But I can't tell if I've been like super lucky or super unlucky with this one. It's kind of all over the place. So it's like, I did I go to the Infinity Nikki booth? I think I saw it, but I didn't go. I was kind of. You need 2 days, I think, properly for like everything in Gamescom. Um, but I did see a couple stuff. There's a lot of stuff that's just kind of weird or interesting. But I have some notes and I have some pictures, and we're gonna go through those as soon as I figure out what the hell is going on here. Something ATE. Yes or no? Is clate a word? No, it's not. Okay, thank you. Malate. Malati. Sorry, ignore me. You can ignore me safely. Flate is not a word. I feel like it would be LAT or something like that, right? But evidently not. Unless it's elate? It is! Alright. Cool. Awesome, I know my words. This is what a degree in English literature gets you. You can occasionally solve Wordle, barely. Okay. Oh, first time chat from the bot. Let's get rid of you. Thank you very much. Now, Gamescom. It was a lot of fun, I gotta say. Like, it's something that I've always wanted to go to. But, here, hold on. First picture. I had no idea that I was gonna go until, like, nearly the second I was there. Because I was like, my parents made a last second decision to go on a trip in their camper van, somewhere around Germany. And I said, well, if you're anywhere near a city, I can fly out for the weekend and meet you. And they were like, sure. They told me where. I was like, damn, that's close to Gamescom. So I booked stuff to fly out and meet them. And then I was out there, and I was like, oh, I wonder if there's any tickets left for Gamescom. Surely not, right? And Saturday was sold out, but Sunday was open. So I went, like, I just went. It was like 6 a.m. I left whatever town we were in, took the train up to Cologne, arrived at Gamescom. Jeff Keighley was personally greeting everybody there. He gave everybody a high five. This is not true. You cannot trust me. I cannot be trusted. But it would have been very funny if that was the case. And then, what else? Oh, this is wild, because I know people who are, like, very excited for Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2, and I know people who are, like, absolutely dreading the release of Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2, because I have not seen anything about this that bodes well for people who like the original game. If you're not familiar with Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, it is a vampire RPG based off of a tabletop game with a really good story and a bunch of, like, great stuff in it, and a huge variety of gameplay and stuff based off of the vampire world building that it has. The sequel seems to be almost entirely just combat. And for some reason, the only presence that I could find for it was this little bus here. They just had the little blood bus. So I went over to it, and all it is like a photo booth. You go in, and it's like, take a picture with your fangs out. And I'm like, okay. So hold on, I think that's the next one. Yeah. So I did do that. I got these pictures of me with my fangs out, or whatever the hell. And it's cute, it's fun. I'm just, like, sad that this game is not going to be what I want it to be. And, like, I will say as well, there is a very reasonable chance there was significantly more to it than just that, because I cannot stress to you enough the mess, the Cologne mess venue is enormous. I spent a full day there from like 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. And I was finding entire new hangars with thousands of people in them and whole hosts of new stuff to do at like 4 or 5 p.m. It just never stopped. There's so much Gamescom. There's just so much. But it just meant that there just kept being stuff to do. So maybe there was more Vampire the Masquerade stuff around and I just didn't find it. It's potentially possible. I don't think it's the case. It is, yeah. So I will say, I got up at like 6 a.m. I took like a multi-hour train to get there, and then had my Explorer. The halls are somewhat sorted. I think there probably is a map somewhere, but it is very much maze-like. There were some crazy parts where it's like, you have this like super long hallway, and then on the left-hand side you've got a hangar full of some stuff, and then on the right you've got a hangar full of some stuff. But then there's like stairs as well, and you go down the stairs, and there's 2 more hangars underneath them on the left and the right as well. And they had their own whole hosts of stuff. And like, being real, it was kind of exhausting, but all at the same time, it was like just so much stuff, and I was having so much fun that I was able to put up with it. Also, I took like 45 minutes of a break. I hung out. There's like a restaurant in there. Well, not a restaurant, cafe type thing. I will say another thing about it. Very difficult to find water, of all things. There are so many food vendors. They're everywhere. Every hangar has like a way to get to the outside world, and in the outside world there are like food vendors at nearly every door. You can like, it is almost entirely like currywurst and like pizza and pretzels, and basically like most of them aren't selling water, they're just selling like soft drinks. So I was like fighting for my life trying to find some water. So if you ever go to Gamescom, bring your own. I'll say that. What is the next image here? Oh, Pokemon. I saw Pokemon ZA. I'm not going to be picking up this game personally, but I can happily say to anybody who is looking forward to this, it is running at 60 frames a second. You can tell, like, right away. So it runs well on the Switch 2 when it is docked, which not everything is right now, so that's good news for anybody who cares about performance and wants to play Pokemon. I'm not... You're looking forward to it? Awesome. Yes, like, it's not my favorite Pokemon thing in the world, I think. Primarily because, like, my favorite part of Pokemon is the turn-based stuff, and I feel like everything else can kind of be lacking sometimes. But they are now releasing these games that just don't have the turn-based part, which is, like, my favorite. Which, to be fair, I'm still getting champions. I still get to play, like, competitive Pokemon stuff if I want to, so I'm still winning. And this game still looks like it's gonna be fun. I like the new Mega Evolutions they're putting out. They look silly. So they had stalls there for that. They had... Yes! More Mystery Dungeon. I want more Mystery Dungeon, and I want more I want more high-quality mainline Pokemon games. That's where I'm at, because I'm a huge fan of the mainline ones, more than anything. I think one of the main reasons for that is because they always add new Pokemon. And I love a creature, you know? I love me a little creature. And they just keep making new ones. I think people who think there are too many Pokemon are wrong. I think that they are joyless, and they should appreciate every new creature. On Game Freak's God-given Green Earth, or whatever the hell you want to call it.
Stardew Cherry joined the club.
Thank you for the follow. I'm very much grateful for it. I don't know what the schedule is next week. I want to start something new, but we'll be playing something cool. Look forward to it. I do stream twice a week usually. I took some breaks during the summer because it was too warm, but it is miserable out there right now, so I think we're gonna be set. I think we're on a fairly regular schedule for the rest of the year. But yeah, Pokemon looking good. It looks like it runs well, so if you're down for that, it's happening. What is this? This is the Capcom booth at like a bad angle. So if there was one place in that convention that was way too busy, it was definitely the Capcom booth. And like, it's kind of obvious why, really, if you look at it, because Capcom have Onimusha coming out. They had a playable demo for Onimusha. They had a playable demo for Resident Evil, and they had a playable demo for, is it Pragmata, their new game coming out as well, and they're all like right next to each other. Pragmata is like down here, and the whole area was packed. And I will say, I played none of them. And also they had Metroid Prime 4 playable, and I did not play that either. And I'll tell you why. It's because the line was 3 hours for each of them. And I was looking at the lines, and I saw that some people were ready. There were people who were carrying folding chairs who were sitting down in line so they could play these games. And it's like, if you work in like press or something, if you're in games media, that makes sense. If you're just like a really excited person who wants to play Resi, or I don't know, Resi isn't coming out soon actually, so maybe that's understandable, but I think Onimusha is coming out in October. You know, that's like 2 months away. I don't want to sit in line for 3 hours to play a game that I can just wait and then buy and then like have it. I will say about that though, and I keep saying I will say, but I will say, believe you me, I will say, I am a huge sucker for getting like first access to things. I'm such a little shit for it. It's like, it makes me feel better than everybody, and it's stupid to admit, but it's true. If I get to play something early, that makes me special. So I understand why people stand in line for these things. But I guess like I needed to be a little bit more excited for Resident Evil for that. And then I might have stood in line. But honestly, like, I didn't stand in any of the 3-hour lines, and I was doing stuff constantly. I couldn't afford to stand in those lines, really. Here's the Ubisoft stall. Oh, you can also see, like, this giant Borderlands finger. I don't have many images of it because I don't care, but Borderlands 4 was everywhere. It was, like, on all the external walls. It was, like, had this huge booth in the center itself. It was everywhere. And I just don't particularly care. So I just didn't take any pictures or anything. I just felt like I needed to bring it up. But Ubisoft, I'm particularly interested because they got the new Anno 117 coming out, which is like an Anno game set in Rome. And I love city builders and I love Roman history, so that's like right up my alley. I didn't line up to go in and play it because I feel like there's no way that sitting down for 15 minutes was going to give me a good indication of how that game is supposed to be. But still, I like their whole setup. It was like a whole like little Roman style villa city type thing. It's also the people who do Farming Simulator were there, and they had this tractor that is like a tank. It had like double treads on it. It was kind of crazy. It's just kind of, I was dazzled by this by the tractor, so I wanted to look at it. Oh, Outer Worlds 2. I think this is probably the most valuable thing in terms of like, I guess if you want to call it like press related stuff that I saw when I was there. So I went in and they did like a gameplay showcase of a single level of the Outer Worlds 2. And it was like the game's like head producer was in there, as well as like one of the lead animators, and they were doing a run through of some gameplay for a mission. And I'll give it to them. It looks good. I am not optimistic about Outer Worlds 2 because every single trailer has been kind of not quite focusing maybe on the things that I think are important. because like the thing I didn't like about the Outer Worlds was that the story was lacking, and it was like what the entire game was built around. And like the guns were bad in that game too, but I didn't care about that because I love Fallout New Vegas. So the guns in that are awful. They don't feel good at all. But that doesn't stop it from being one of the best games ever because the story just and like all the dialogue stuff just carries that game so hard. So every single trailer has not talked about the dialogue. The newest one they did was one about the companions, which was all in on like companion fever, which I don't know if anybody else has picked up on, but a lot of stuff has become obsessed with how much people like companions and tries to really go like deep in on that at the expense of everything else. And it's like, yeah, people like companions, but they also like a world in which those companions make sense. Because, like, you can't have a well-written companion if the world that they live in doesn't really work. Right? But anyway, I watched the mission showcase, and there wasn't much dialogue-related stuff in it, but it was extremely lush. It was in, like, this museum temple type thing. It was super, super intricate and detailed. And the thing that made me interested was there's a lot of, like, we'll call it immersive sim style stuff to do. So like you had legit, like genuinely and not superficially, multiple options for approaching the level. So like you could go hack a robot and do something with the robot. You could go in guns blazing. You could go sneaking through. One thing that I thought was particularly good and was like, I want to call it anachronistic in that it doesn't really fit in with modern video games, but in a way that I think is good, is the game is apparently constantly doing these passive perception checks in the background based on your skill in like perception or something. And if your skill is high enough, it will like indicate, oh, there's a secret in this direction, and it'll show you a little arrow that leads you to it. And the one that they showed in that level was extremely obscure. It was like a perfectly unassuming wall. I don't know if you're able to activate that hidden passage that activates if you don't pick it up through that perception check. I would hope not, or else there's not much point to do it on after your first playthrough. But yeah, I like the idea of like being legitimately locked out of options and gameplay when you don't have a high enough skill, because that's replayability, right? It's like a post-Skyrim world where they let you do everything with one character, which I love Skyrim, don't get me wrong. It's one of my favorite games ever. But I feel like it's bad that everybody copied them in that way. But it looked good. And that's coming from someone who's kind of skeptical about this game. So I won't be buying it on release, but we'll see how it goes. Roblox was here. I don't know. I don't care about Roblox. In fact, I would say I explicitly do not like Roblox. But I just thought it was really funny that I was at Gamescom and they were playing Dress to Impress on a very large screen. That's all I have to say about that. Enfield is like one of the anime style games. I took a picture of their booth because it was like insanely complicated. Like it was super intricate. It looked like a Disneyland ride or something. I don't know much about the game. It gave me a bingo during like the Gamescom opening night show stuff because one of the things that I had put down, that we had put down, myself and Cheap Boy, on our bingo sheet was like someone just saying complete nonsense, some trailer that's incomprehensible gibberish, and the trailer for Enfield really just had someone saying something nonsense, like Kingdom Hearts dialogue, if you know what I mean. Like I love Kingdom Hearts with all my heart, but like when they're talking like absolute nonsense in that game, that's kind of what I meant. But you can see there's a whole bunch of stuff going on here. Bunch of like crazy equipment and stuff like that. I do not know anything about this game, but that's just the way it is. This was weird. This room was just like built out of pot noodle, or Kong Shim Noodle. Excuse me. So it was just kind of there. I think you had to play League of Legends to get in, and they would give you a free noodle. Sorry, I'm starting to hiccup. I don't know why. But it was just there. Hold on. What does this say? I don't remember. I don't know what this says. Lecker something. Lecker is like tasty in German, which I think is very funny. There's a car. There's a dirty car. I think this is from the guys who were doing like Project Cars or doing Project Motor Racing. So they're doing like a racing sim game, which I'm keeping my eye on. I'm like passively interested in racing sims. I would never play one on stream because I wouldn't care to, but what else? Here's a heads up of like the Capcom stands for Resi. This is like one of the last places I found. Because, like, I had to go down some stairs, and then it, like, broke off into 2 whole new hangars with a whole bunch of extra stuff in it. And, like, honestly, some of the best places I went to in Gamescom were some of the last places I found. I think it was here, but if you know Fangamer, who do, like, who sell a bunch of, like, video game merch of, like, very specific games, like indie stuff. They did Frog Detective stuff, they've done... For me, Enna stuff, which actually I have over here. I meant to bring all that stuff over, but surprisingly dangerous to have a physical retailer for Fangamer, because I love their stuff, and it's just the buying it online is something that I don't do as often. Yes, I've already talked about Vampire the Masquerade being something that we're not looking forward to. The fact that, like, this is it. This was it. This is everything. This is everything for Vampire the Masquerade. It's out in 2 months, and they came to Gamescom, and this is all that they had to show was a photo booth. You know, yeah, I'm not optimistic about Vampire 2. I don't think I don't think it's working out. If I'm real about it. Oh, they were at PAX. Yeah, hold on. Give me 2 seconds. I do need to run some ads. I'm going to run 3 minutes of ads so nobody gets pre-rolls coming in, because I hate pre-rolls and I don't want anybody to suffer pre-rolls ever. But in the meantime, I'm going to go like stand over there, like in the corner of my room, and grab my stuff that I got, and I'm going to bring it off. I'm going to show it to everybody when I come back. So enjoy a couple minutes of advertisements while I do that. You guys will love advertisements. Everybody loves being advertised to so much, or else I wouldn't have gone to PAX. I've never been to PAX. Gamescom. Stupid. There we go. I hope your ads were tolerable, and I hope they didn't try to get you to join the military, as they do attempt to do to me sometimes. If you get an ad on twitch.tv that asks you to join the military, don't fucking do it. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Anyway, toys and merch and business. Check this out. Okay, fan gamer stuff first. So I mostly got Enna stuff because I'm a huge fan of Enna, and they had a bunch of stuff from Dream Barbecue, which is the Enna game that came out this year. Check out this shirt. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. You got Enna, and you got the lady who talks entirely in Korean about her job, and the other character, and Joel's like weird dog thing. Beautiful shirt. Beautiful, beautiful shirt. Very excited to own that now. It also came with a little sticker of this character. I don't know. If you don't know anything about Enna, ENA, it's animated series by Joel G, which is extremely good. Experiential, I think I'd call it. What else we got? I got a sticker sheet also of Enna stuff. Check it out. It's got everybody in it. You got the dolphin, you got the dog, you got Enna. Whoa, hold on. Is there more in here? I haven't opened this up. I don't even know. I think there's actually 3 pages of stickers. Also, I think I say this every day I come on here, but I'm not balding. It's I've got wispy hair. I don't like you seeing that, but I have to look down. I will never be bald. Oh, hell yeah! There's like 3 pages worth of stickers. And they got this, like, this wizard character is like my favorite guy in it. He's like a CDI style character. He's extremely funny. And I don't even recognize some of this. Like, I played through the game like twice, but there's so much going on in it. And I have no idea what that is. I love that so much. It's just like a weird character showcase. Kind of like Pokemon in that way. What else is here? Oh, you can... This is another fan gamer thing I got. I got a 52 card, like, playing card deck for Balatro. Because I think that's fun. I haven't opened this up yet. I'll do that another day. Unless you want me to do a magic trick. I can't do any magic tricks, but I could try. Hold on. We'll do it. We'll do it. We'll do a magic trick. You're about to see magic live on stream. Alright, so check it out. I mean, these are nice. They're quality. And it's also like it's Balatro. It's awesome. It's cool. So I'll take the jokers out. I'm going to shuffle this. I've never done a magic trick before, so please bear with me. I've only done science tricks. The secular science tricks. I don't know what that means, but that's what I did. Let's get these bad boys shuffled up a little bit. Alright. See, this is the problem. They're brand new cards, so they're not, like, fully worn in. So they're kind of hard to shuffle. Okay. 52 card deck. I took all the jokers out. Everybody on the stream right now, think of a card. I want you all to think of a card. Okay? Imagine a card. Any card. Now. Is this your card? Is that your card? Yeah? That's your card, right? That's the one you were thinking of? Yeah? No. I think I did it wrong. Hold on. I don't think I shuffled these very well. The next card is the 4. Um, we'll come back to... Wait, wait. This one. That's your card, right? Okay. I'm gonna assume that that's your card, and I... 8 of diamonds? What did I show you just now? The jack, right? That's not that's not very close, is it? Could be closer. I'll get better at magic for next time. Maybe someday I'll just like do a stream where I learn magic tricks and then try to do them on stream. That would be kind of fun, actually. I think that's a good idea. I think it'd be a disaster. It'd be an unmitigated disaster. I had the 3 of diamonds and then the jack of diamonds. So somewhere in between those, yeah, sort of on average. Basically your card. I basically got your card right. So, yeah. What else have I got here? Oh, I might as well show these. I show... Right? Yeah, that's magic. Here's the actual images from that photo booth. You can scan this QR code to download the images. It's blurry as fuck. I don't know why you would want to do that, but... Here, download JPEGs of me. You could literally screenshot the stream if you wanted to, but... Scan this QR code to download some JPEGs. I cannot get it in focus. It is not happening. That's okay. I don't want you to have those anyway. They're mine. Where are we? Here's some other stuff they had. This is like a cosplay village type thing, so they had a bunch of sets for people to cosplay. Do you look like you know what a JPEG is? Is that a Hank Hill thing? I found out that I can't do a Hank Hill voice last week, and I've been really sad about it ever since. It's kind of on my mind a lot that I can't do a Hank Hill voice. But yeah, they had this like Fallout TV show specifically set, but it was cool. It was stuff like that for cosplayers. They had like, I go to a lot of conventions. Like I was at Dokomi in Dusseldorf earlier in the year. I do a lot of Irish conventions specifically too. I just like hit up wherever. It's fun to go to. So like I'm used to the regular stuff like that. Like I don't go to the Comic-Con stuff. They tend to have more stuff like this. This is less common in like the smaller convention scene. But yeah, Gamescom had a bunch of like regular convention stuff, which I was not expecting, to be honest. It was good. This was cool, actually. This was some people who set up a booth, and their whole thing is they do these giant mech cosplays. And they had some of them on display, and they looked amazing. That's not it, but yeah, just giant mech cosplay stuff. I would love to have one of these and just go around in a giant freaking robot suit walking around. I think this one's Pacific Rim specifically, and then like they had like Gamescom specific ones. I saw a guy walking around. The only problem with them is they do look a little goofy when they're actually like walking around. Because like it's a person in it, and they're mostly made of like cardboard and fiberglass and shit, so he's kind of like wobbling quite a bit. But they're awesome. They're really cool. Someone asked me to take a picture of the Neverness to Everness booth. I will say, it's a cool booth. It's very visually interesting. I didn't end up going in to take a look. I was pressed for time. I ended up looking at other stuff, but it was just one of those other anime-style games that are coming out. And they had a good booth. This was wild. This is the Cult of the Lamb booth. This is like one of the last things I found, and it's like huge, and you can see him. It's like fucking extremely candid image of like the Cult of the Lamb little guy just kind of wandering around over here. He's just kind of about his business. He's just shopping. But they got a new expansion coming out. Hey Disco, I did. I had a great time at Gamescom. I'm just showing off about it right now. We got some We got some candid imagery of your man here from Cult of the Lamb. This was a super intricate setup, and it was kind of buried away in like one of the hangars that I spent a very long time trying to find. Well, not trying to find, I just didn't know it existed. I will say, like, if I had more time to prepare, maybe I would have been better off. Oh, you knew a friend who was there as well? Awesome. Do you know, can you say where they were at, or what, if they were at a booth or anything like that? There was another booth with Roblox. I don't know. I just think it's weird that Roblox was here. This was good. This is awesome, actually. Word to the wise. If you've never been to Germany, a thing that they really like over there is a combination of like cola, like Coke, and orange soda. A game called Dropouts. I'm not sure if I saw it. I'll take a look in a minute. Maybe I'll remember it better once I take a look. But Coca-Cola's version of this concoction, this drink, is called Spezi. And they had a big Spezi booth with a bunch of Spezi goodies that I did not get. I just thought it was really funny that they were there. I did get this zero sugar caffeinated Spezi, which I did not drink because at this point it was like 6 p.m. or something, and I would have been fucking wired. That would have been a disaster. I think it's still in the fridge in my parents' camper van. I'm not going near it. I'm kind of afraid of it. Also, Boston Dynamics fucking dog jump scare. I don't know. I don't even know who had that, but it was just there. Like some like weird military fanatic stuff. Also, the next one coming up is interesting. Lords of the Fallen 2 is happening, right? I find that interesting because the first Lords of the Fallen didn't do very well, as far as I know. My understanding of Lords of the Fallen was like it was the one thing that like spelled the end of Dark Souls clones when that initially happened. And we are in like an era where there are so many Souls clones again. Every single video game press show is just a bunch of Souls likes. So Lords of the Fallen 2, I'm thinking, is this gonna be like the death knell of them all again? Is it gonna happen again? But like they had a big, surprisingly intricate booth for it. Like there's so much going on here. Like you got this lady here who's got her big hat, got many hands. And like I just don't know who's this excited for Lords of the Fallen. Oh, the next one is awesome. I don't know if you guys have heard of PFKK. I forget the full name of it, but it's the entire concept of the game is just operating extremely complex machinery in order to fire a big cannon, which is like right up my alley as far as like weird esoteric video game mechanics go. It's just very funny, very, very funny to me that it is a video game. But here at the convention, they had a full physical setup of the machinery that you have to operate in the game, and I have a video of it too. This guy is like, he's turning his gears, he's cranking his knobs, he's touching those dials, he's like pressing those buttons, he's flipping those switches, he's doing everything he needs to do. It's super complicated, and it looks extremely fun. I didn't get to play it myself, but it was fun to watch. And this is the last image I have of Gamescom, by the way. I didn't take a huge amount of pictures. I did everything I could to get the most out of my time there. And then I had a pizza for dinner. Here's my pizza. It was a big pizza. I didn't have much time to eat it, so I had to eat it very quickly, and I got a little bit sick. But it was very nice. I will say, too many toppings, got a little bit wet there in the middle. But good pizza. Okay, what else? Now I've actually like physically written notes from the day. So we're gonna have to look at those. So this is gonna be specifically stuff that I actually played. So Sigilfarer is one of the things I played. Making you want to go to a con. I love going to cons. Actually, you said you went to PAX, didn't you? Are you talking about like PAX? Oh, well, you wouldn't be talking about PAX West because that's on now, right? So I don't know which PAX you went to. PAX is like the only American convention that I want to go to. It seems really cool. But PAX East a few years ago. Yeah, PAX East would be the one I would want to go to. But I love conventions. Dokomi here in Germany in Dusseldorf is one of my favorite ones to go to. I went to Japan Expo a couple years ago. For sure. Oh, Disco, your most recent one was TwitchCon? Yeah, I was at TwitchCon as well. I had a lot. I have fun at TwitchCon every year. TwitchCon is really funny for me because every time I walk in the door at TwitchCon, I turn into like a different human being, like unrecognizable. Because when I am at home by myself, I am like really bad at socializing and like talking to people about things. But something about going into TwitchCon, I just started fucking talking to everybody and just doing whatever. It's like a different guy I don't know who just takes over and starts doing stuff at TwitchCon. But it's extremely fun, and I've met a lot of people who I really like at TwitchCon too. So I'll be trying to get back there next year, almost guaranteed. I'm gonna have fun. Japan Expo in Paris is really fun too. Dokumi Peak, yes, for sure. I love Dokumi. Like, any chance I can to get to Dokumi, I will go to Dokumi. But yes, this video game I played, Sigil Bearer. I don't know if you've ever seen For the King, which is a video game that looks, let's call it shockingly similar to this. Yeah, cosplaying at Dokumi is going to be a lot of work. Like, you were there, Charlie was there, you were Battler from Umineko, and like... Oh, you met Smallland? Yeah, I think I saw Smallland at TwitchCon. Yeah, I went with a couple other Irish streamers, but I actually didn't speak to a single one of them for the entire weekend. Like, most of them I didn't even see. I was just like, I was so wrapped up in doing my own stuff, and they were so wrapped up in doing their own stuff. So much ended up happening that I ended up seeing nobody. I'll try get more organized next year and like get things together. But yeah, this game looked like a tidier version of For the King. I'm not like a huge fan of the art style of it. But the gameplay was pretty fun. One of my favorite things that I've ever had happen at a convention actually was when I was at Japan Expo in Paris, and they had Dragon Ball FighterZ, and back in 2019 I was super into Dragon Ball Fighters. I like commentated for tournaments and I did a bunch of stuff like that. So like I know my way around that game quite well. And I sat down next to this kid and he just was playing. I sat down next to him and I tore him to shreds. I did. I destroyed him. I'm gonna be real. Like, I don't go easy like that. But he got like, he started asking me about it, and I ended up spending like an hour sitting next to this kid trying to teach him how to play Dragon Ball Fighters and like some basic fighting game concepts. I don't know how much of it stuck. He speaks French. His English was not great. I don't have any French, but I think I helped him a little bit, and it was a really good experience of just talking to this kid and trying to help him with fighting games. But it's one of those fun little things that just ends up happening. Another thing that I really enjoyed, that like convention moments in general, like Sheep Boy is someone who hangs out here at the stream fairly often. I think he's after changing his name again there now, so it's Image Friend right now. But we stream together a lot for like press event type stuff. We like to do like... Sorry, that the music surprised me. We did Gamescom like opening live shows. We sit down and we stream those together, and like sometimes we'll just hang out. We've got some other stuff planned in the near future as well. But we met at TwitchCon. Like after the convention ended, it was like the day after. I was like getting my train to the airport. Oh, 443. Not even close, Disco. The end the stream redeem, you can do it once per stream. And I believe you have to roll 2, and it will instantly end the stream. I haven't tested it in a little bit to make sure it works, but Hopefully it does. Because I don't want anybody to get stamped out of that, because I've had it up for nearly 2 years now, and I periodically test to make sure it works. But better luck next time. But yeah, like the day after TwitchCon ended, I just like met Sheep at the train station. I was like, and I only knew he went to TwitchCon because he was still wearing the lanyard. I was like, "You go to TwitchCon? Me too. You have a good time? Me too." And we just kept in touch, and now we do stuff together sometimes. It's great. I made a friend. That's another good convention moment. I see you are finding all the channel point redeems. Enjoy them to the best of your liking. I try to make toys and fidget spinners for everybody as much as I can. Another thing, oh, I played that He-Man game coming out. Is that on this? This the one? Yeah, so this He-Man beat 'em up. I played a bit of this. It was... Oh, show and tell? Don't mind if I do. I mean, like, this entire stream is a show and tell, basically, right? And it's good timing, too. Because I played this at 8BitDo's booth. 8BitDo are, like, a manufacturer of, like, third-party controllers and stuff like that. And I played this on one of their controllers, and I liked it well enough that I got one for myself. So here it is. It arrived today, this morning. Got one of their controllers. Hello, 8BitDo, I think it's Ultimate 2. And so far I'm happy with it. I haven't played a huge amount with it. But something I really like about it is it came with like this charging dock. Which I'll just plug it out. So it has this charging dock, which you can't see because my light levels are fucked. But you can kind of see it's got these 3 silver prongs on it. And all you gotta do to charge it is just like... plonk it right down. And then it's like plugged in and charging. And it's great because you don't have to like piss around with reconnecting it after that. Because like as soon as you take it off the dock, it's like connected again. But it's got its extra buttons, it's got like back triggers here, and then it's got like an extra trigger button. I don't know if I can like get you to see this. There you go. So there's an extra button here. And so far it's felt really good. Like I only got it this morning, literally arrived in the mail. But awesome little controller. So that's my show and tell, is that new controller that I have for playing games. Because up until now, I had been using my PlayStation 4 controller from like 2015. Which is starting to sort of be on its way out. So I needed something to replace it. And that is great. It's also compatible with the Switch 2. Which I have somewhere over there. So I'll be able to use that. Hook it up to my Android mobile device. Play fucking Doom on it or something. Awesome stuff. And you know what? While we're doing show and tell, I need to show you guys... It's been a minute since we had a look at our dear friend Mothman Jr. Say hello, everybody. This is our little fella. He's the team mascot. I keep meaning to get in contact with his creator, who is Curious Artificer, who I have a business card for. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna scan the business card so I can give you a link. Wait, don't I actually have it? I might have it in the stream description. I never checked that thing. I guess I shouldn't have to, because I should just remember what's in there. I don't? I don't. Well, that's not right. At all. Let me see if I can... Sorry, this is very important. Because credit needs to be where credit is due. Believe it or not. Okay. There's linked to Curious Artificer, who is the creator of Mothman Jr. You can, like, get your own. This is, like, just something I bought from them, and I have adopted as my child and show mascot. So Yeah. Junior's been doing pretty good recently. It's been too hot for the two of us. We've been kind of dying. But other than that, doing pretty good. Just chilling. What else do I have on this list? Yeah, so He-Man felt fun. I really enjoyed that. The next one, I don't know if this has a Steam page yet. It does. Okay. So this is Draculesti. This is like a BL visual novel. This is Yaoi. I have their card too. So I spoke to these guys. I actually spoke to the writer for this. And they are very nice people. I ended up talking to them about visual novels for like 20 minutes. But like, it's very pretty. I love a lot of the visual design. It is very nice looking. I spoke to their writer about Umineko for like 20 minutes or something like that. They're big on their visual novels and a bunch of other ones as well. So I don't know. I just enjoyed talking to them quite a bit. You love Umineko? I'm not finished Questions arc. I'm on like chapter 4 and I just haven't gotten around to getting back to it in the last week or two. I meant to when I was traveling because I have it on my laptop. I usually play it on my laptop. But I've just been too fucked up every time I've traveled in the last while. I might get back to it tomorrow. I'm not doing anything this weekend. In fact, I nearly didn't go live tonight because I've just been unwell. Where are these burps coming from? Crazy stuff. But yeah. Talk to them about Umineko. Have I read Higurashi? No, I have not, actually. I think I'm going to go back to it, though. Because the thing that turned me away from Higurashi was, like, I watched some of the anime when I was a kid, and it was, like, very gory. And then I guess I put it in my head as being, like, a very gory thing, and not thinking much more of it. And it's like, I like gory stuff, but there was something about it specifically that just rubbed me the wrong way. But, I think I can go back to it now that I have a better understanding of Ryukishi's whole deal. I think it makes a lot more sense to me in that way, and it's gonna be something that I give a fair shot. But I need to finish Umineko first. I have here. Speaking of Ryukishi, actually, the next thing I have up here is Silent Hill F, which I don't know if you know, but Ryukishi is actually the writer who's for Silent Hill F. Hold on, I got some goodies from that. Nothing crazy, just some like stickers and bits and pieces like that. I haven't opened these up to look at them yet. But there was a Konami's booth. They had like Metal Gear Solid, Delta, and Silent Hill F. And I lined up for Silent Hill F, and it was like an quote-unquote immersive theater experience in which they just funneled everybody into this little room. And then when we were in the little room, they put on this like video of the girl from Silent Hill F just running around, and there being scary monsters. It was kind of like being in like a haunted house or something. It didn't have much substance to it, and I didn't learn anything about the game. So I was a little disappointed with that. Do they have... I haven't even seen this guy. This is new. But yeah, that was kind of curious. It was a curious little thing. F. Yeah. That was good. I will say, like, the horror-focused immersive theater experience that they were trying to portray did lose a little bit of its bite because we were right across from the booth for Inzoi, the like Sims competitor, which is launching its like Tropical Paradise DLC. So there was a bunch of like tropical fun music that was like very loudly audible coming in while we were trying to watch this scary thing that was happening. It was just like, okay. Yeah, this is real scary, but I think they're going scuba diving over there. I'm still looking forward to Silent Hill. I think it's out soon, isn't it? October? Outer Worlds 2 level playthrough. Oh, this isn't a video game or anything, but like it was surprisingly difficult to source a cup of coffee in that convention center. Getting stuff to drink in general was kind of difficult. Like I got my water eventually, and I got a coffee, but it was like 2 or 3 p.m. by the time I found some. Here's an interesting one. So Got to be Hair Dye was doing like a collaboration with Final Fantasy 14, and they had their own booth for it. And I just thought that was very curious because like I feel like the last place I would expect to go to get my hair dyed would be a convention in general. That was just kind of odd to me because like they were it was very funny too though because like they had a bunch of pictures of these models like showing off their dyed hair, so they're like, oh, red or whatever the hell. And then like right next to it they had like their Final Fantasy 14 character who was also had red hair, who was also modeling for the hair dye. And it was awesome. I think it's really funny, but it was just kind of a strange thing to see. Oh, this is a big one actually. What are they called? So one of the publishers that I spent the most time at was there's this publisher for indie games called Raw Fury. They published blueprints for one thing, but they've got a bunch of other stuff coming out. And I spent a bunch of time looking at a bunch of different stuff they were doing. Let me grab my stuff here. Hold on. Yeah, I got a couple stuff here. They were very generous. It was like towards the end of the Sunday, so they were trying to get rid of stuff, to be fair. But like all the booths were clear, and I was able to get a bunch of demos in. So I don't know if any of you watched the Gamescom opening show, but there was a game called Esoteric Ebb, which was like a CRPG, medieval fantasy, which is sort of inspired by the closest thing I would say is definitely what's it called? Disco Elysium. This is the game. This is Esoteric Ebb. Okay, I'll get it up on the Steam page. Oh, try spell it right. There you go. So this is the game. I got a little bit of a play of this. It's very fun. It is a lot like Disco Elysium in that like every single one of your like RPG stats has its own personality and like talk to each other. So even when you're like sorting like trying to internally sort something out yourself, there's a lot of fun to it. Hey Firedoll, how are you? We're just running through some stuff I saw at Gamescom this weekend. This actually might be one up your alley, Firedoll. Esoteric Ebb. It is a very like RPG heavy thing. A lot of dialogue, a lot of narrative. Mostly because I know you like Morrowind. That was interesting. It's very cute. I played the demo for 15 minutes and all I did was like find a big pile of apples and then like eat until I died. I ate like 3 apples and then it started making like saving throws for me and I kept passing and I kept eating more apples. It was very cool. So I'm very interested in that. I'm looking forward to it. I'll give it a shot. They got a couple other stuff for me too. Plenty goodies from them. I got this pin from them. What does it say there? You attempt to flirt, I think. And that's the dexterity personality thing. And look at this one as well. A little pouch. A little talisman pouch for me. I got so many goodies off of them. Oh, actually, this is from Outer Worlds 2. They gave me this little pin for Outer Worlds 2. I'll talk about that in a second. They gave me a D20. Hold on. What do you think? Do you think I'm going to roll good on this D20? I'm going to roll it now. 10. Extremely average roll. I thought there was something else. Maybe not. Or maybe I put it somewhere else. I don't know. Everything's a mess here now. I've been strewing things about. Yeah, you gotta love a little pouch. Like, what am I gonna do with this? I'm gonna put my dice in it. My die goes back in the little pouch here. God, love a little pouch. You're dead right too on that. Another thing that they're publishing, actually, this is very important. This is a Seance of Blake Manor. And this is extremely important for everybody to know. Because this game is like right up my alley. Like 100% up my alley in that it is like very visually well, first of all, Spooky Doorway, Irish studio based in the Republic of Ireland. Second of all, very visually similar to Blueprints. Third of all, a mystery puzzle game. Fourth of all, very dialogue heavy. Fifth of all, supernatural ghost mystery. Sixth of all, set in Connemara, which is like a little bit up the road from me. It's in Ireland. In the like 1920s or something. 1897, sorry. Oh, so much game. I'm so looking forward to this. I played a couple minutes of the demo and then I was like, I cannot think right now. I can't be doing this. But I'm so excited for this game. It's absolutely happening on stream. We're going to be seeing that. There's going to be ghosts and specters and all sorts of crazy stuff going on here. And lucky me, they gave me a room key. For Blake Manor. There's a little wooden keychain. I'm super happy with that. But, yeah, no, delighted. And then they had like a little gashapon machine there as well. They gave me tokens for. And let me grab them all. Jesus. So much stuff. And then in the gashapon machine, it was a bunch of more enamel pins. So I got another Blake Manor pin. And I got one for Routine, which is a sort of Dead Space inspired shooter that they are also publishing. These two for Dome Keeper, and I don't know anything about Dome Keeper, but there's a little pixel guy from a dome, I guess. That's cool. But yeah, Raw Fury were very good to me in that sense, and I got like so much stuff off of them. What else is here? Oh. This looked cool. Swap Meat. It's like a third-person shooter where you like steal body parts off of like creatures that you fight. It's got a playtest coming out soon, so I'll be giving that a shot. But I remember hearing about it ages ago and thinking, oh, that looks cool. So getting to see it again, and like the playtest is on its way, so I'll be able to give it a shot. So that's gonna be good. This was an interesting one. Let's see if I can find it, actually. The Fortress. Yes, here it is. This was interesting in that it's a very like retro styled, and it's just like a dungeon crawler type thing. I was a fan of it. I played it. It was probably like the worst visuals of a booth, because it was just like a blank white box with one guy sitting in it on his laptop. And you could just go sit down and you could play his laptop and play the game. But I was like, I was super pleased with it because like visually, like it's just really cool. It looks very like sort of spooky and sort of uncanny. Very important thing I want to show you is if we go back. This guy. Shout out to this vampire type guy. He's animated in the current release that they were showing off. And he's just weird in a way that I really like. So I got some stickers off of this guy, and I asked him, I feel weird about this, but I asked him like, so are you working on like a soundtrack for the game? And he was like, yeah, we already do have a soundtrack. Why are you like a musician or anything? And I was like, oh, no. I just feel like music would really add to the atmosphere. And he was like, well, there is music in it. Did you not hear it? And I was like, No, I didn't. To be fair to me, he was right next to like this DJ game booth that was loud as hell. I couldn't hear anything. Like even with the headphones on, it was nearly just totally deafening. But still, it's something that I'm looking forward to, and I'd like to give it a shot when it comes out. I think that's nearly everything. I don't have much to talk about beyond that. All I wanted to do was come on here today and like do my puzzles and talk about this. There is one thing left to discuss though, and it is the thing that I probably was the most excited about. Well, hold on. Let me check my notes to make sure that I'm telling you the truth. Yeah, Spezi, Lord of the Fallen. God Save Birmingham was weird because that's like a zombie game with like, which I thought was just like a random Unreal Engine type thing. But they had a really big booth for it. It looks like there's a lot of money behind it, which I'm kind of surprised by. And the other thing is, nobody has told the Germans that most of the world has stopped smoking. They were smoking a lot there, and I don't like it. So, I would like it for them to stop. But there's a lot of weird stuff about that. Like, in Germany, and bear with me here, this is true. If you own a bar, and your bar is under a certain size, then people are allowed to smoke in it. Which is extremely weird. Like, I know it's got like some backstory in like the small German towns having like little bars where people hang out all the time, but it's like only in the small, extremely secondhand smoke heavy places where like you can hotbox immediately. That's the only place you're allowed to smoke. It's like, okay, all right. Anyway, my last thing I wanted to, if I can spell it right. This is the last thing I want to talk about. Here we go. This is Dench Attack. You're a fucking train! And you're doing all this baller shit. This game is so awesome. It is by like a Catalan studio. They're based in Barcelona, I think. And it is so fun. I had an absolute blast with this. I lined up for like 45 minutes to play the demo for this. And I played through it. It was just so fun. You can do tricks. And you can be flying around. It's just awesome. It's just so cool. I'm so excited for it. They put out a thing on Blue Sky recently just being like, any content creators want early access to the game? And I'm like, I get like 6 viewers, but please, I want to play the game so fucking bad. Please let me play. So, thank you everybody for dropping by today. Especially because thank you, Cake, for the raid. That will significantly increase my chances of being able to get them to give me the game early so I can play it, because I want to play it so bad. It's so fun. Like, it was the thing I was by far the most excited about, like, including all the AAA stuff. I remember sitting down waiting to get my go, and like the guy in front of me was on it for like half an hour, because it's not a timed demo, it's a progress-based demo. He was on it for like half an hour, and he was just beefing it so hard. He sucked at the game, and he never learned how to play. And I was just like, I want to play really bad, just let me play. And he gets off, I get on, I tear through the full demo in like 10 minutes. And I'm like, I was like, it's fine. I think if there's one thing that I think they need to work on, it's the onboarding process for one specific mechanic, and that is like the cornering. If I can find an example of it here. Because this is the thing that was tripping people up quite a bit. If I just go through here. There's a very specific thing that you have to do when you're going around the corner. Which is like, you hold down the brake for a certain amount of time, and then you let it off at the right time and you get a huge speed boost. But nearly everybody was just tapping it. And that was like causing them to like beef. You see here, okay, well that's rail grinding, that's different. We're gonna see him go around the corner. Go around the corner. Go around the corner. He's not going around the corner. Oh, there it is. This is the specific thing. That was screwing him up so bad. And I saw a couple people got caught up on that. I think because I was looking so hard and I'm like super excited to play, that's why I like got it very quickly and then like tore through everything. But even then, like, if it's the kind of game where like if something interrupts your like flow, it's very hard to get it back and you start crashing quite a bit. But even so, excellent game. Very excited. It is 100% being played on here at some point. I will be playing Dench Attack start to finish on stream. Guaranteed. I think that's it. That's everything I had for today. Yeah, I think that's us. Well, thank you everybody for dropping in. Thank you Stardew, thank you Disco, thank you Firedoll, thank you Charlie, thank you... Who else? Exachi X Kitsune, you were talking earlier. And of course, thank you very much Cake for the raid again. Thank you Super Ally. That's us for today. I'll see who I'm gonna send you guys to. I'm gonna be real. I think Germa went live earlier. That's where I'm going anyway. So yeah, I'd be happy to see you, Stardew. If you're ever feeling like dropping by all means. Yeah, we'll drop in here. You're going to Germa. Raiding is always interesting, so usually it's just like a handful of folk, and it's like, I don't want to raid a big streamer, because it feels weird dropping in with so few people, but hey look, we're going now. Everybody go watch Germa. Bye.